Right now, at this very second, thousands of men around the world are making the same fatal mistake. They are hypnotizing their phone screens, waiting for a message that will likely never come. Their pulse quickens with every notification, which, to their growing disappointment, turns out to be just another notification from social media. This man does everything right from the perspective of romantic movies. He is caring, he is attentive, he is always ready to drop everything in the middle of the night to solve her problems. And that is exactly why he loses. We are used to believing in the myth that in love, the one who invests more, who declares their feelings more loudly, and who proves their devotion with deeds, wins. But the harsh psychology of attraction says the opposite. The more you run, the louder you broadcast to a woman that you are not good enough for her to stay with you of her own free will. You are literally signing your own death warrant as an object of desire, telling her, "My value is so insignificant that I have to compensate for it with fuss, helpfulness, and constant presence." Today, we won't touch on superficial advice about cheap manipulations that work for exactly 2 days. We will conduct a deep breakdown of that fundamental shift in consciousness made by mature men. Those very men who stopped being pursuers and became the prize. It is not a matter of the age in your passport. It is a matter of the weight of your personality. If you have ever felt that humiliating, sticky weight in your chest because you love, wait, and invest 10 times more than your partner, this video will be the point of no return. We won't just break down the mistakes, we will reassemble your inner core so that the very thought of the chase causes you bewilderment, not excitement. Let's compare two realities that coexist in the same space. The first man is 29 years old, Marcus. He is ambitious, damn smart, and absolutely sincere in his impulses. But as soon as a woman appears in his life whom he grants the status of the one, his reality cracks. His work schedule, which he built over months, collapses. His friends, hobbies, and ambitions move to the background. He sends a good morning on only the second day of knowing her, and by the end of the week, his messages turn into endless walls of text in which he tries to reveal his soul when he feels her starting to distance herself, and she will. Because she has no room to breathe in this ocean of his attention, he switches to double effort mode. He buys flowers for no reason, offers help she didn't ask for, and literally stalks her online. He thinks he is building a foundation of eternal love, but in reality, he is digging a deep pit for her attraction. 3 weeks later, she disappears from the horizon, leaving him with a broken heart and the eternal question, "What did I do wrong? I was perfect." The answer is brutally simple. You were too available. You became a free, unlimited resource that is impossible to value because its excess causes only boredom and a subconscious desire to escape to someone more scarce. Let's be honest. Write in the comments. Have you also played the role of the good guy? Were you always in touch, always convenient, always available, and in the end left with nothing? And now look at the man who is over 40. He may not be richer or more handsome than the first, but after a great evening, he just goes back to his business. He doesn't sit around waiting for her to be online. He doesn't check if she watched his social media story. He writes only when he has a real mature desire to share something worthwhile, not just to fill the void inside himself. His attention is a rare reward that must be earned, not information noise. He has principles, goals, and an internal architecture of life into which a woman either fits on his terms or remains on the sidelines. And most importantly, he has no internal panic about losing her because he hasn't lost himself. His calmness is not for show. It is born from the understanding that his life already has value without external validation. He doesn't chase a reaction. He creates a reality in which reactions start coming on their own. A month later, she is already racking her brain, wondering why this man hasn't yet showered her with confessions or tried to tie her to him. The difference between them is not in charisma, but in the fact that one man pursued, trying to fill her space with himself, while the second created, making her want to become part of his space. Right now, without looking away from the screen, open your messenger. Look at the length of your messages and the length of her replies. If the blue blocks of your messages are 3 times larger, you are in a zone of emotional disaster. You have voluntarily pawned your significance for a pittance, and this deal will never bring you profit. And the most painful part, you feel it, but you continue to write one more message, hoping that this specific one will fix everything. Every time you see a short, cold reply in response to your long text, something inside tightens, but you ignore this signal again. At some point, you start to justify it. She's just busy. She's having a difficult day, just to avoid admitting that you have already lost your balance. Many mistakenly believe that running is only about calls at 3 in the morning. No, the chase is an internal state of emotional deficit. It is when your self-esteem, your mood, and your right to feel like a man depend entirely on whether she smiled at you today or answered coldly. It is pure slavery disguised as romance. Your actions scream, "I don't believe I am valuable on my own, so I will buy your loyalty with my usefulness." But attraction is not bought with usefulness. It is born from respect for strength, and strength always implies the existence of boundaries. A mature man understands that his presence is a gift, not an obligation, and this gift is given in portions. And if you continue to give it without measure, without receiving a response, you are not showing love, you are slowly devaluing yourself in her eyes. Here is the question most men are afraid to ask themselves honestly. Are you truly valuable or just too available? Here we come to a concept I call reactive delay. This is what distinguishes the master from the amateur. In a world where everything is available at a click, a man who knows how to maintain a pause becomes an anomaly that triggers wild curiosity. Most guys react instantly, she writes. He replies in a second. She suggests a meeting, he cancels all his plans. This is the behavior of a subordinate, not a leader. A mature man owns his time. He doesn't play games. He is truly busy. His reactive delay is not manipulation. It is an indicator that he has a life outside the relationship. A woman subconsciously understands. If he doesn't drop everything for her now, it means he won't drop his goals in the future. And that is exactly what makes him a reliable anchor, not soft Play-Doh. But here is the hard truth that few voice. Your instant reaction doesn't make you caring. It makes you predictable and convenient. And everything that becomes too convenient stops being valued. You yourself nullify the tension in which interest is born and wonder why she is gradually cooling off. You are always there, and that is exactly why they stop waiting for you. Do you know that according to research, a woman's dopamine level increases not when the man is near, but when she expects him to appear? Constant availability is a dopamine destroyer. You literally block her ability to fall in love with you when you don't give her the opportunity to miss you. And in the end, you find yourself in a paradoxical situation. The more you try to be closer, the faster she emotionally distances herself. Many men fall into an even more insidious trap that I call emotional mirror syndrome. They become a reflection of the woman's emotions. If she is sad, they run to cheer her up. If she is cold, they fawn. If she is angry, they make excuses. At this moment, the man stops being a man and becomes a room thermometer that only records someone else's temperature. A mature man is an air conditioner. He sets the climate in the room himself. If a woman tries to pull him into her emotional storms, he remains stable. This stability is his main anchor. A woman can be as moody as she wants, but inside she is looking for someone who won't move from his spot under her pressure. As soon as you start adjusting to her changeable mood, you lose your leadership status and move into the girlfriend category. And the most painful part of this is that you don't even notice how it happens. You think you are showing care, but in reality, you are erasing your identity. With each such adjustment, you lose respect for yourself, and along with it, her respect, because no one is drawn to someone who has abandoned themselves. And at some point, you are left at a strange point. You did everything to keep her, but that is exactly what caused her to stop reaching out to you. You turn into a predictable shadow of her own whims, losing the very masculine core that initially caused her to tremble. Ultimately, a woman doesn't leave for the one who cares better, but for the one whose inner world remains unshakable while she tries to shake it. But why do we continue to run? The answer lies in our subconscious fear of loss. We fear that if we stop trying, she will find someone else who will try harder. This is a massive delusion. Understand, a woman doesn't leave because you didn't try enough. She leaves because in your effort, she stopped seeing a man. Juza, she sees a fan, a pursuer, a helper, anything but an object of passion. Passion doesn't live where there is a 100% guarantee and predictability. Passion lives where there is risk, where there is a personality that cannot be fully tamed. A mature man invests his energy not in holding a woman, but in strengthening his inner center. While you spend time monitoring her social networks, he spends that time studying the market, training in the gym, or talking to people who are stronger than him. He understands that his value in the relationship market is a derivative of his value in the real world. If you are nobody in the world of men, you will never be somebody in the eyes of a worthy woman. You can take her to restaurants as much as you want, but if there is no iron core and no personal ambitions behind this facade, she will still look through you. Ask yourself a hard question. If tomorrow all the women in the world disappear, what will remain of your personality? What goals, projects, and hobbies will have meaning? If your answer is nothing, then you are not living your own life. You are living a role in someone else's play. Let's talk about how to get out of this loop, and let's start with the honesty that many run from. The first step is a full acknowledgement of your emotional bankruptcy. You must tell yourself directly, yes, I ran. Yes, I looked for confirmation of my significance in her eyes, and it didn't work, because at that exact moment the illusion starts to crumble and space for strength appears. A mature man starts with a return to silence not as a game or manipulation, but as the natural state of a person who has their own life. Silence is a tool that exposes reality. When you stop filling the airwaves, a woman encounters your absence for the first time and starts asking herself questions in which genuine interest is born. But the key is that this silence must not be empty. If you are just silent and breaking down inside from waiting, it is sensed instantly. Silence must be filled with action. While you are not in touch, you are building, moving, creating. Because a mature man is not the one who disappears, but the one who develops. And this is exactly what changes the dynamic. The woman starts to see that she is important, but she is not the center of your world. And this relieves the pressure on her to be the source of your happiness. Pressure that is most often why people run away. And this is not just philosophy, it is confirmed by reality. Relationships where the man maintains autonomy live longer because his independence becomes a foundation, not a threat. Mature men don't play hard to get, they simply don't have time for games, because their magnetism is built on concrete principles. First is building your own world instead of guarding someone else's. While one spends hours on messages, the other builds a system that the woman wants to enter, not manage. Second is filtering instead of impressing. You aren't passing an exam, you are giving it, and this is what changes the balance of power. Third is control of emotional temperature. You don't react to every impulse. You set the background in which everything happens. Fourth is the art of scarcity. You are not always available because you have a life, and it is in this gap between meetings that attraction is born. Fifth is the language of boundaries. You speak directly, without fear of losing, because you know you will only lose what didn't meet your standards. And now stop for a second and do the most unpleasant exercise. Remember the goal you dropped for the sake of a relationship. If you don't return to it within the next 24 hours, you effectively admit that your life is worth less than someone else's attention. And here passes the real line of choice. Either you return control to yourself and start building, or you continue to live in waiting mode, where your value is determined by other people's reactions. Remember the story of Marcus we talked about. He tried to be perfect for years, and in the end he was left in an empty apartment. Why? Because he betrayed himself. He forgot what his own voice sounded like when he wasn't trying to please someone. His path back started when he rediscovered the joy of male brotherhood, hard physical labor, and intellectual challenge. He stopped asking permission for his life, and as soon as he became whole on his own, the world around him changed. Women started reacting to him completely differently, not as a convenient resource, but as a dangerous and attractive force. And here is the fact that hits the hardest. Most men who lose themselves in relationships start to feel emptiness, not after the breakup, but while still inside those relationships. They wake up next to a woman but feel lonely because they are not living their own life. And it is this inner emptiness that makes them even more dependent, closing a vicious circle from which they cannot escape for years. You must understand, a woman will never follow a man who doesn't know where he is going himself. If your only route is after her, you are doomed to failure. A mature man carves his path through the jungle of life, and a woman joins him because this path leads to greatness, to safety, to meaning. If you are treading in place, looking into her eyes and asking, "Well, do you like me?" you turn into a burden. Your value is not how much you can give to a woman. Your value is who you are when she isn't around. These are your principles, which you won't break even for the most beautiful woman in the world. These are your boundaries, which you won't let anyone cross. This is your passion for your work, which makes you get up at 5 in the morning without an alarm clock. And the bitterest truth is that the time you gave away trying to hold someone back cannot be returned, but you can decide how much more you are willing to lose. Remember your biggest dream that you put off for later because you were busy with a relationship. That later has arrived today. If you don't take the first step toward this dream in the next 24 hours, you officially admit your defeat as a man. Stop rewriting message drafts 10 times, trying to seem witty or indifferent. Just put the phone down, go outside. Feel the reality that exists outside of digital notifications. Start investing your fierce masculine energy into your empire, however small it may be right now. Become a man whose presence is a rare privilege that must be earned. Your path starts today. Not tomorrow, not from next Monday. It starts with the first decisive no to your desire to please someone at your own expense. It starts with closing the messenger and opening the project you are afraid to start. Either you build yourself as an indestructible fortress, warm and safe inside, or you will remain a perpetual wanderer, begging for crumbs of attention at closed doors. And remember, the world doesn't reward those who are constantly available. It is drawn to those who value themselves and their time. The silence in which you stop explaining and proving becomes your new strength. It is at this moment you stop being an option and become a choice. The choice is yours. The time for running is officially over. The time for greatness has arrived. Become the one people want to follow, not the one they want to hide from. Your new life starts the second you decide that your time and your dignity are worth more than any, even the most desired like or reply text. Be a man. Create. And the world itself will come to your feet. This is the whole secret. Now go and do. We are only just beginning this path. Subscribe to the Psycheria channel and share this video with a friend or acquaintance who will find it useful. Write in the comments if you were in the role of the pursuer and how you got out of that situation. See you in the next video. Guard your energy, it is your only real treasure.